Well, good morning, guys, and welcome to the Pure Energy Healing Academy, and welcome to Mark Bayersky YouTube channel, your channel for your daily fix of spiritual medication, I guess. Same with me. Every time I talk about a certain thing, it resonates within me and heals me too. So these mornings are equally as beautiful for me. There was a conversation on social media this morning that I noticed regarding a certain soul called David Icke. Many people believe he's a chill or shill or works against the opposition and all these kinds of really funny, bizarre people's points of view. Makes me chuckle really, because when I started many years ago, I heard about David Icke and some of the things that he said, and I also was exactly the same way as this person was behaving. It's a behavior of how we are and who we are, and our limitations and our expectations and our belief systems. That's all it is. The most important thing in the world is to live and let live. Did you know that? Do you know how wonderful life can be? Do you know what made me laugh most of all? The fact that people were spending hours on social media talking about something that has no relevance at all to their life whatsoever, apart from a discussion of me, because that's normally what it is. Me, me, me. Meaning that we are all self-absorbed in ego, which when you start to walk a spiritual path, oh my God, a thought just came to me then. Half of you might be saying, well, what the hell are you doing talking on social media? You're doing the same. It's a really good point, actually. Do you know, I often ask myself that. I've got to be honest, when I talk, before I do a video, I don't think to myself, I need to do a video for people to hear me because I'm important. Do you know what I do a video for? I do it for me, to make me feel better, because I know if a story touches you, and I scroll down and see some of the comments. I mean, there's some horrible comments. Yesterday was an awful comment regarding me being a liar and a fake and all that, because I didn't answer one person. And obviously we all know that the person who did that did it because they loved the person and they saw them suffering and I couldn't help them. What they don't realise is I gave up my one-to-one work 2 years ago, so I don't do that anymore, which is a shame for people who I can't help, but that's the whole point. I did the videos for that reason, to help them become stronger in themselves. It was a lovely 13 years of giving one-to-one readings and healings and helping people, but there comes a point in everybody's life that they move forward and want to do something else. And what I needed to do was realise that it's lovely doing one-to-ones, but I wanted to spread the message more. So I had two choices. I either keep doing one-to-ones, which you can't please everybody anyway, because I was fully booked nearly 6 months in advance. So people used to also get angry at me. You can imagine, and it's not their fault, because if their mother's dying of cancer, and they send me a message and I say, I can't physically do that, I'm fully booked. I'd love to, but I've tried to change it with my clients, they won't change it, so I can't come and heal your mother. Well, you call yourself a healer of hearts, you're nothing but a liar and a hypocrite, and so it's really hard to please everybody, especially when you're in this field of work. So my heart goes out to every healer in the world who gets abused daily by people's fears and sadness because of what's happening to their family, and because nobody's there to help them at that given moment. So where was I? I can't remember now. Yeah, I think I was talking about the misuse of our time, really, and about what we actually focus on, which is so futile, a waste of energy, a waste of time. I had a discussion the other day, and it was regarding who's right and who's wrong, and who is understanding who. You know what? That isn't the point in my world now. The point is, are you feeling happy? Is life simple? Are you making life simple? Or are you entering into other people's issues and problems, and are you actually entering into your own issues and problems, meaning that you're not getting anywhere by simply fighting and trying to figure these things out with somebody else? I kind of feel now that stepping back from everything and going into nature and going for a walk and listening to everything that you are and all that you've done and all that you're working on, the answers are within yourself. And ultimately, by trying to explain to one another about how you're feeling, is that the answer? Are you actually conquering your path by saying, look, this is how I feel, this is who I am, and then the other person saying, well, that's not how I feel, this is how I feel. And it's like, where is that getting anybody? You know, for me, the simplicity of life is about coming together with people and simply trying to enjoy your life, trying to make things simple, trying to learn in a different way, in a more spiritual way. So now I choose my friends carefully, I choose my conversations carefully, and I walk away from things far quicker than I ever did. Now some of you will say, well, that's coward-like, but you know what? I spent 38 years trying to justify who I am, where I'm going, what I'm doing, how, this is who I am. And it got me nowhere. In fact, I was more ill that way. So these past 13 years, I've stepped away from that and said, look, I accept you for who you are. That's your path. And I'm letting you go with love because it's affecting me. And it's not your fault. It's my fault that I'm allowing this to happen. Therefore, I now walk a different direction. And now I look for people that I love who understand me, who accept me and love me for who I am and trust me for who I am. Therefore, I don't have to prove myself. I don't have to be anything other than who I am. This is me. Look, we all make mistakes every single day. That's why we're here, to learn from them. But do we have to prove that to others? Do we have to explain that to others? No, we don't. Nobody needs to explain anything to me. I never ask you to explain yourself to me. I ask you to work it out for yourself. And if I'm the person to be in your life, then you accept me for who I am. And you know what? You can argue as much as you want and say to me, Matt, you're just a chicken. You're just doing that because you're not confronting the issues and the problems. But you know what? The only problems and issues I confront when I'm having these conversations with people is theirs, not mine, because actually I can let this go and just be happy. But you can't. So therefore, whose issue is it? So you can argue till you're blue in the face, but for me now, I choose to walk a path of simplicity. And a lot of the gurus, if you actually noticed, they spend a lot of time on their own. And I think the reason why that is because they realize that conversations between two people and groups don't always help. We have to ultimately come right back to where we started, and that's within ourselves, to sit down and find who we are, why we're here, and what we're doing along this journey, and are we making a difference for ourselves and for others. You see, the difference is, some people believe that we are here just to constantly help everybody. That's not true. We're here for the balance of helping others, but helping ourselves. So we have to have the balance in everything in life, everything, and that is also true to our time. Your time is so beautiful and precious, even though there is no such thing as time. You see, everything that we see and feel and do, we have to put limits on them. Why? Because the mind tells us that we have to, but we don't. We are limitless. We are love. We have every moment in the world for the rest of the universe, for the rest of the cosmos, for the rest of whatever. It's always there because we never die. We continue. So if we don't die, don't rush. There's nothing to rush for. I once knew a medium who used to stand up to the people in front and used to say, somebody used to ask a question. She said, you know what, I have no time for that. I'm here, I've got little time in this world, so don't ask me silly questions. And it used to break my heart listening to that, because she really believed that she didn't have much time, and she believed that she had to work off her karma in this lifetime before she went back home. And that's really sad. It's almost like we live in this I have to, I need to, and actually that's not what it's about. You don't have to, you don't need to, you just simply need to let go. You simply be. You simply live in the moment and accept everything for what it is. Don't conform to any system. Just flow. Be you. Feel you. Become the better you. Be the stronger you. Go inside and realize how amazing you are. And the only thing that stops you is everything else out there and everybody else who's projecting their stuff at you. So they stop you from being who you are. They stop you from believing what's right within your soul because they're projecting their judgments, their fears, mainly their fears, right? You know, when somebody's coming at you and saying things, that's their fears. It's nothing to do with you. So when anybody, any member of family says something about you, it's their fears, it's their worries, it's their judgments. When you love somebody, you love them for who they are. So I've got friends who are quirky, I love the word quirky, who have their little quirkiness, but I love them for that. That's who they are. I'm not going to judge them on their quirkiness. That makes them who they are. I love that. But the only time I stop from being that love and that kindness is when I'm judged back, and then they use me as an issue of their life and their problems, and they start to abuse me or use me as a punch bag or send their fears my way. That's not healthy. A good, healthy relationship between two people is the acceptance of each other no matter what. So if there's a point you say, you know what, Mark, I don't like what you're saying, fine. It's your choice to go and find somebody else. It's your choice to feel something else. But don't be upset with me because of it. Just say, you know what, I think I'm done with Mark. It's time I'm going to look for something else. Good! That's the whole point. So like when I meet somebody, I spend time with them, I love them, but then I'm on my way. And then if we come back together, it's because of love and because we've been brought back together. But not because I want anything, not because I feel you should be there. And you know, all the people who just desperately say to me, you need to help me. You know, that's not what love is about between one another. I don't need to help anybody. What needs to be done is we need to help ourselves. And if we can take things from people and use that, utilize them tools and the words to help us grow stronger, yay! That's it. But when you say, I need you and you are the only one to fix me and you're a hypocrite because you don't answer me, then that's really sad. And that's when I walk away and say, I can't, there's nothing I can do. You know, so it's all about respect one another. It's all about, you know, giving each other that space and time and letting people heal and grow in their earthly path while they're here. So I respect you however you grow. I have no judgment over you at all. Today is an interesting day because there's many feelings going through me at any given moment. So when that happens, I like to go into Mother Nature and just try and understand myself. Try and see why I'm feeling these thoughts, why I'm feeling what I'm feeling. And I normally get the answer. I'd like to say thank you from my heart to yours. About 3 ladies said to me when I posted a picture of a beautiful painting which is behind me, that's the reason why it's there. I'd love to be able to own that painting, but I can't afford €900, and it's a lot of money, of course, but it costs a lot of money for me to have them made and shipped over here. But I sell these on the internet, and what a great idea one of the ladies said on a post on social media. Why don't you do a raffle? So I thought, okay, I'll do it. So I said to her, okay. So this beautiful painting behind me is of a once Buddhist monk. And I walked past his shop, having gone to many shops in Thailand, wanting to have an artist so I can put their work up in the academy. And I heard this man singing, or so I thought. And I walked in and I said to his wife, what's he doing? And she said he was a Buddhist monk and he chants. So every brushstroke is a chant. And I said, right, that's it, I'm hooked. So for the past 2 years now, I've been buying paintings from this man and selling them on my internet. And here in the academy, people love them. They're extraordinary. So when they come here, I spend 50 hours on them, believe it or not. I lay them down, I place my hands on and spend a few hours every day. So sometimes it can take 4 or 5 or 6 or 8 weeks, as some of my clients know. They get really stressed with me. But, you know, it's fine. You have to learn patience, guys. Just like my website, when the crystals don't come because they're from Spain and they take ages with the post office. That's what you have to learn, patience. So anyway, when they're finished and I've done that, they then become pure energy healing artwork. So they actually resonate a beautiful energy in your home. This one has 4, if you can see, is it 4 or 5 prayers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prayers. This is Buddhist prayers, and they are, well, they're like beautiful energies that come out from the Buddhist monk. So underneath this video you'll see a link, and it's to a donate page. The donate page is markbayerski.com donate page. So all you need to do is donate €5. It's not a donation, it's a raffle, okay? But all donations, all raffle money goes towards helping others anyway. So every penny that goes in there goes towards helping good causes, and many people know that I do a lot of good causes daily. So that'll only go for that. So and the painting itself will be wrapped up, taken from the stretcher, wrapped up and posted to you, and that won't cost you anything either. It's only at €5, and yeah, you know that €5 is also going to help people as well. So I did it because of my clients. They've said, I'd love to own it, and I can't afford it. So maybe there's a chance one of you gets it, and who could never afford it, which is great. So I think that's it really. I hope this message serves you well today. And yeah, I love you all, guys. Keep shining like the heart that you see behind you, because that's basically what your heart is. That's how it shines. It's that bright. And do you know when it shines that bright? When you don't have any expectations, any judgments, any anger, any jealousy, any fear. Once you clear all that away and simply accept your life, you then shine that bright, and you see the rays of light that kick out. They are never ending. They go on forever. They heal people, and they also heal you daily. From my heart to yours, thank you for subscribing to Mark Bayerski YouTube channel. We're nearly up to 25,000 subscribers. Wow! Wow! The family's growing, and we are growing together. We are growing stronger every day. And remember, I need to heal as much as you. Don't ever put me on a pedestal or anybody else. Biggest mistake in the world. Put yourself on the pedestal and realize how amazing you are. You are beautiful. You are amazing. And you are exactly that heart there. And that's how I see you every day. Everything else is merely an illusion. Be you, be strong, and be good to others. But more importantly, be good to yourself. Catch that, guys. You're amazing.